distracted and befuzzled by what's going on towards that B side. Sure, they're doing some more damage, but Dinks is finding answers. He's putting back to a 1v1, and Link's up for the fight.
He's noted him. Link actually has the HP advantage here. Spike noted, and Link actually drifts away, I guess conceding the possibility of the plant, but Dinks, Paul's got plenty of time to work with here, and like I said, with 65 HP, he wants to approach cautiously.
I like what Link's up to, but maybe hoping that Dinks is still predict him to be on that connector side of things. I don't think that's a bad read.
30 seconds
and Link just
left.
has to play to the timing, right? Like, just make a bit of a gamble on this, make a bit of a play, and actually, the plan's very good for Link at this point. If he can close that gap in time, Dinks is still predicting it to be that A lane. Now he's going to sit safe somewhat from both, and let's see if Link clears this. Dinks now reconsidering matters. Unsure, but vulnerable, and now the game is afoot. Both players now noting each other, and Link still with that little bit of utility put in play. Dinks does not care. Takes a selection with this man, but let's see, because it's going to be this lean towards that C site, and Link's not being very diligent at this, but they've crept a little further forward than I think he predicted here.
Cloud way closer than he's anticipating. We'll get punished for it as well.
Or even the catch on the flash.
Jamppi's going to fall.
Yeah, that's perfect work from Cloud, finding just a little bit of a gap and exploiting it to absolute T. It does get quelled in the end by Nivera, but by now the spike, I thought that was going to be on the side, but it's not. Duno's going to have to now do a 1v3 casually. Has been suppressed, so position is well and truly considered.
soulcas can charge this down so quickly, though. If he taps this spike and tries to stick it, soulcas can be there in half a second.
Let's have a little watch, see if he opts for that.
Spike planted.
Not necessarily the case. Soulcas just going to kind of creep close with boys.
Yeah.
There it is, going to find Duno. Didn't quite get too much in that post plant, really. On his side and still standing, but the suppress could have been a problem. You could see him. He left in danger if that's the case on hand. Flash and away we go. Didn't catch Jamppi. That's a problem. They check on him not well enough. Going to go down now. Scream going to double in towards Duno. And there it is. The combo of Doom, Scream, and Jamppi just holding this unmovable line. And then three again. Jamppi looks like he's not a huge investment, but they've already found a bit of value for it. Looking towards B, it's the most viable look for them. soulcas looking ready to rock and roll. Look at that, finds Cloud, still staying alive, looks towards the other side, but does get outdone. Duno's going to be still standing on this, and Link trying to work it back in with what we know is a bit of his main. Judge in hand. Flash wasn't perfect. Does actually get a little bit of a team flash, but Scream's fine. Vision's still in. Duno does have that rifle, though. 4 bullets left in the mag.
Give him a chance.
Not enough. That, I think, was fixed in the later essence of it, but for now, this is lovely to watch. As already you can see, a little bit of respect shown here towards that A side, going to fall away. Allow them to at least get the plant down. And NAVI down to 3 remaining, all leaning towards this A side now, trying to facilitate that plant, but soulcas going to find Jady pretty quickly. Cloud going to swing towards TT, only good for 1. Trades there for Nivera, leaving on SSK, and well, Jamppi is not missing today. He's on a really good game here, but towards that BC, traditionally area. And again, yes, top of the ult, Jady good for it towards Nivera. That's actually highly impressive. Now, Scream gonna have to fall away. Can't do much to stop it, but it's still the gun at his side. That's the one to look towards as now soulcas goes down, Link's there, but it's all looking pretty solid for NAVI, working off the back of the pop of the ult coming out from Jady. Perfect time to implement it, and Jamppi not really finding much value.
Divide invested from NAVI as well, looking like
30 seconds
the intention is B. Actually, Scream
really
dipped ahead of it.
dangerous.
Yeah, this is really dangerous.
They didn't push enough of the extremities to really draw any of this utility away from them, and look who's made their appearance. It's soulcas sliding on in. SSK down, Jady down, and this is looking deadly work. Dinks did well before, but now he's got 12 seconds to make a name for himself, and it ain't gonna happen. You leave it too late. Hard to read into this. It's gonna be a very different pace to play against.
Ooh.
Unless they walk him.
Yeah, Jamppi actually walked right outside of his TP zone. Will be punished. soulcas back here, though. Literally in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, blinded though, and there's 2 players down there. He spotted a shoulder. He's got to be able to try and facilitate safety, which he tries to do, but if anything, just draws the eyes closer to him. They had to clear it together, but maybe bought a little bit of time, but this is great from NAVI. Presented chance, and they'll take it with both hands.
Both
At
no.
least time to dip away. Expected the push.
What?
The spam from Dinks. Just aimed for the wall, and soulcas was there. Brilliant work. Scream with the flash. SSK! This guy's on the money now. We saw the frustration. He's working his way out of it. Nivera with a little bit of an underhand. Wanted to swing it, can't. Second one goes in, punished again. NAVI are just powering through this. Individual fights though from Liquid, and that's the first time we're seeing a follow-up. Jamppi, that could have been divine, but only gets 3. I think that's a bit of an undersell on his impact, but still, Link's patience pays off. A little bit of safety as they try and get that plant down. The post plant shouldn't be contested too early, so they should be able to get to where they want to be. And let's see what this retake can look like.
Cosmic Divide's still available.
That's available.
And the overdrive.
All right. Lightning gun at the ready, apparently. And let's see how it starts. Oh, God, it just melted Jady. Okay, soulcas keeps going. Cloud does at least find Scream, and soulcas is just charging it. Oh, God, he just got tucked into the corner. He has to back away, leave it to Jamppi, tries to draw the players out. The combination is deadly, but it's all down to Jamppi now. As NAVI hold their nerve and hold this chaotic positioning.
Oh, my God.
Kings, don't give him a second.
Yeah.
Do not ever to the side. There is still SSK here. Now, will they check on this? That's, I guess, the next factor to this one, potentially. They will do now. 40 seconds, and SSK is raining in fury. Brings down soulcas, brings down Link, and leaves Jamppi all alone. 1v3, and the pathway is not available. I walk through smoke as it stands. There's the pop flash. Jamppi eats it, but soulcas is on duty. And gets to dip out of danger and get himself over towards that A site. And in record speed as well. Gotta go fast. You ever play Sonic?
Obviously, yeah. Obviously.
Could have pushed me rather than there is someone. But now Jamppi's kind of behind enemy lines. They're aware there's a player down here. This is good. That's really diligent to come back around and support. I like that. Oh. Jamppi just pushed
didn't like
Duno
that.
back into the wall.
Yeah, didn't like that.
Right.
The peak was so intimidating as he put his weapon away for a moment. Liquid, look at...
And the flank's cut off. There's no support on the way. It's the 2 players on this site, and that's it for now. With the positioning coming out from soulcas, it's a 2v3 essentially on the site. In favor of Liquid, but look at the time. 10 seconds. Cloud just has to buy more time. 10 on the board and ticking. Cloud still stands, but only for so long. Duno takes down Link. The site's there. soulcas tries to do what he can, but time is not enough. They ran it too late in the day. And as fast as Neon may be, you know.
Here is Cosmic Divide on the way back in. Seekers as well. SSK one off the Blade Storm. Jamppi actually getting pretty close. He will be punished for it.
Yeah, Seekers are going to come through, try and give them an idea, a concept of where these players may be residing, but away we go. The flash comes in, finds no one. soulcas going to turn this, try and keep it away, but already a Scream and Link in combination, and now Duno. Yeah, get out of there.
Actually, yeah, Cloud going to be close enough to hear this, but Cloud has an operator.
Not what I
Jady?
expected, and neither was that, apparently. Jady going to find 2 back-to-back, and going an anti-flash, it actually works out, but SSK's there in time, going to find it, and now Liquid are kind of lumped together with 2 alive. The brothers Grimm still standing, at least in arms.
I'm out of stuff.
Jamppi going to find 1. Flash comes in, going to have... Are they going to still check on that corner? Just because that flash did go through, I'm wondering if they're going to hard clear Duno's angle. I guess there's a chance it could be one on long as well. You can see Jamppi really intent on trying to get rid of this. But maybe he has to buy time for Scream to hit that rotation, which is tough. You're kind of banking that NAVI aren't going to try and be proactive in this. And, well, as you can tell, they are. So, again, there's a little bit more of the unknown here. And Yampi's under so much pressure.
Now suppressed as well.
30 seconds left.
Oh, he's getting close down. He needs help, and he needed it 10 seconds ago. There's only so much he can be done. Try to buy time for Scream, but Scream had to stay quiet. Didn't do much beyond that. And now... all these steps heard, every player knows exact utility just to confirm it. We'll see if the flank goes well. Actually, they're fighting kind of halfway through. They re-aggress. NAVI, what a turn of pace, and it's all on Jamppi. This is a 1v4 now. Already, look at Jady straight away watching the back. He knows there's such a chance of it.
Jamppi knows
nothing
as well.
Jamppi knows. Nah, I'm cooked, boys. They've got me red. Every single access point is being watched and then some. No one presenting opportunities. Try and keep this one in hand as soulcas. He will be aware of it. Actually gets the advantage almost on that peek, seeing the barrel just peek through a second earlier. As Jady now not necessarily alone. He's got support on the way. SSK behind him, but overwhelmed by soulcas. There's the stopper. SSK going to connect towards soulcas and they keep going forward though. Player advantage coming through for Liquid.
SSK stays around, actually still has the dash so he can pick up that kill onto Nivera. Duno comes through as well. SSK with the short are going to find 1. It's just Link left to find. No way he closes that out. What?
I'm too shocked for them.
Don't have any ultimates to work with on the way back through. SSK just dives in.
Yeah, I mean, he's using this like it's a sight take, right? Put himself in there first and hope for a trade, but instantly the back line gets divided away from it. Nivera doesn't want to allow them to come on through, which is actually a really good idea. Offset the tempo a little. Now, Duno just walks out, and I'd be tilted if I was Nivera. How the hell did someone just walk through that? But there's soulcas to close. What a win to this approach, which so far hasn't really denied much. Liquid's still going to continue their path forward as Nivera's going to crack open the site with 2 big picks. Dinks and Cloud going to be found, and Nivera's not necessarily stopping either. A third could have almost been added to that.
My ult's not
To
ready.
be, and here comes SDK. Caught off by Jamppi.
Jamppi's
The
so
spike's down
deep,
now.
man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jady will get caught in this fault line. 60 HP doesn't actually.
Keeps his
Yeah,
life.
doesn't get punished for that just yet. Overwhelmed though by the classics.
Yeah.
I
And Duno's, well.
don't know. We can achieve anything else. soulcas actually going to stun just outside showers to hopefully enable Link to find a bit of space, but Duno's actually wrapped this. He gets punished for it. That wall kind of forcing him into an awkward spot there.
Spike
Yeah. Okay. That rifle in Scream's hand and soulcas with a bulldog
There's
is
a tap.
really keeping my
There's a
attention
tap.
turned. There it is. The man himself, right? The headshot machine. And Link just has to get aggressive. If he can do damage, a Dink will do. Try and bring that Spectre into a place it can work, but soulcas, how long can you play this? You're the next kind of on the chopping block, I guess, but Scream still readjusts perfectly. This is Scream in his element. Rez comes in now, going to get the boys back on their feet. 3v2 here. Dinks and Jady. I mean, it's getting rough. They're trying to draw the players forward, and you can see the utility now in the late round comes into play, and Scream is just reigning supreme, tries to go for the spray. We know that's not his nature, and Jady's just have to accept his fate, fall away, and Jamppi, if he can play his life, try and get that rifle out of there, that would be ideal. Can't be done. But instigation from, and I guess that's how you do it.
The Viper's pit of their own.
Oh,
This is creeping though, but Cloud will find the kill.
Spike down A.
And again, they can't get the spike down. They're desperately trying. They can't clear it. Jady's there. Spam comes in. SSK didn't have to do too much. He kind of, his presence alone of making sure no one can slip past was actually pretty valuable. But again, the last 2 players, where's Jamppi in this? Is he up to anything? Not really. No, he's holding the back line, leaving Link some time to work. But this is a really good approach from NAVI. Obviously not going to be repeatable with the Viper's pit from there. No. Okay, it's got to be en route now. And Duno is just body blocking if he can. Spam comes in. NAVI, let's see if you can hold on to this. This would be meritorious at this point if they can. All goes in. There's a 3v3. Scream up for the fight, but Cloud so ready for it in the end. Adjusts well enough. Now the back line, Jamppi and soulcas have to fall into place here. And soulcas noted. Jady tempted, temptation beckoning, and you see maybe that player's there watching it. Oh no, the angle, Jady! That's the mechanical ability we wanted to see, but also already. He's been a thorn in the side, but this is all but a ruse. It's all to draw the attention away and the rotation to sit a little bit deeper potentially. Spike plant's going down. I don't know if it's going to deny it at this point. It actually does pull him off the plant. So Cloud gonna, if anything, instigate Jamppi popping his, and he will draw blood. Duno's gone down. He's gonna send one deeper as well.
That's a big
Spike can
tag.
go down now.
Well, they're still apprehensive, and SSK actually going to find Jamppi here. There's only 12
Time.
seconds left.
They have to move now. And you can see NAVI's just trying to be disruptive towards the pace. Link on guard duty though finds Jady, and now SSK is in a really tough position. It looks like they're already considering this as well, looking at all the eyes trained this way. He's got to go above for it, and he can't get sent one. You know there's going to be many more, and away we go. Already going to try and instigate this one forward. Sully whatever's going on the site. But again, a little bit of utility still in the tank. It's trying to slow down the rot, but it's going to be Duno with the first bit of contact. Finds Scream, looks for the follow-up, but you can see they're isolated.
out.
This is perfect utility work coming in from NAVI. Gorgeous play. Now the clock's a problem. 25 seconds, you need a player to hit that pop-off potential, right? You want someone to try and find you that space, get you into the side, but Duno is being a danger, being a nuisance by all accounts. And Liquid are left with 15 seconds and barely any progress made at this point. I'm so impressed with NAVI and so impressed with Duno right now. But this was all facilitated by brilliant utility work,
Yeah, it
and they're
is.
shut down in the end. That was the...
Got some of these close spots. Online now sent in. SSK actually with a miss there.
Yeah, and a bad miss at that. That's going to sting a little. Dinks, though, still going to fill the void. Going to find Jamppi. The pace is a little bit quicker this time. soulcas unleashes Fury. Finds 2. There's still presence towards Elbow, but he wants to get that spike down now while the utility can keep him somewhat safe. Going to call in Link to keep him at least in position, Cloud! Oh, between Duno and Cloud, keep them pinned on the site, and Dink's all too aware of what Link's up to. Rejuvenating this Na'Vi side. That's going to be usage. Going to deny safe passage, at least through towards Lamp. And again, Cloud reigns in. Trying to do that. Scream and soulcas gone. Na'Vi put up the wall. They're like, look, you don't get to try and play this style against us. This is our name. You don't get to do
We
it.
were molded.
No. It's gone wrong. It's absolutely gone Pete Tong. Na'Vi have gone, why are you here? This is our spawn. Get out of it, please. Leaving it all to Nivera, who's, you know, he's
Actually
on
playing
site.
a site. He's on one of
Yeah.
the sites.
Guys, we're defending. Guys? Oh.
You know what's crazy as well, though? They cannot isolate a single 1v1. It is a Navi literally just stack up.
Yeah.
And Nivera's noted. And we TP. Yeah. Hasn't pulled a rotation just yet, but Navi sit behind this. Actually, we'll note Jamppi's position. Do they anticipate him pushing through? Not so much. You'll find SSK. Duno desperate for the trade. Jamppi actually pulls his recon out. Will be punished for it.
soulcas left in no man's land. Look at this. What are you meant to do with this? You've got 2 angles to worry about, arguably 3.
That flash was so good!
The flash! I don't think he knew how good that flash was.
One thing that changes
What do they have, Mike?
they have nothing, actually. They have absolutely nothing to rely on here.
And Nivera's deciding to stand his ground and once again gets punished on this. Jamppi trying to play his life and play composed.
Oh, he's pinged out.
Again. This is so well constructed by Na'Vi. We were complimenting Liquid on their approach, but I can't ignore how lovely Na'Vi are looking on theirs as well. This is a buy round. And Link is just, he's already done.
Looking at it, you would not feel like it at all. There's so little resistance there. Like I said,
Towards sight, potentially. Again, obviously now they're towards it. Now they're trying to attempt to plant towards it, but again, that timing, maybe that desperation to want to do damage, and now the TP comes out. Yes, still a player here. It's going to be Nivera,
huge.
but he needs 2, maybe 3 at this point. There's 1, spacing a little off for Na'Vi. That's not bad from SSK, though. Good way to trade that one out towards Nivera. And here comes the denial because he buys enough time. 13 seconds now, and actually Na'Vi are in a little bit of danger here. Trying to fight this one out 1-to-1 is a 2v2. But 8 seconds, that clock's on Liquid's side for now. Jady makes it towards the site, turns around, finds Link. Let's put down Link's there. Liquid just about cleared out, and this is everything they've dreamed of. Scream in an uncomfortable situation, but still maybe good for 1 here if he doesn't get noted too soon. Jamppi on the close back in. Does get checked by Dinks. Not going to get away with that sort of mischievous play anymore. And Scream and Link, they're both now noted, or at least Link was earlier. And you can see the eyes are still on this. Jady is keeping him in check. This is big work. Link's good for 1. Quick trade for Jady. Now Scream, 1v4.
at this point, just look do a little bit of damage if possible. Force these repurchases, but I mean, if anything, Navi, even if they lost this round, they were going to have an opportunity to be frugal with the next.
Have to try and play back in from a slightly deeper space. Link to try and catch the cross, does punish Jady, but needs to look for more. Dips away in towards Showers, looking for that flank coming in, but Nivera needs to backpedal away a little bit, give up Lamp's control for now. Has to, again, just take it away for a second as Link still being a problem, still being a nuisance. Big denial, puts his life on the line for it, but soulcas will deny them the plant. Nivera going to carry on where he left off as SSK, the last one alive. And Link playing back in well. Shots and a half. Big impact from the man, and oh, I thought he was ready for it. He was so close. That was a second away from an incredible amount of pain coming through. Dinks was so close to it, man.
Link will have to give up the Viper's Pit, also give up his life here.
And now this
Somehow we've ended up at a 2v2. And they know Nivera's here. He's noted already. Oh, this is so
Again,
awkward.
the timing on this. This is 2 times this has now potentially happened.
30 seconds.
Puts himself in the corner. Gets
Oh, Nivera.
Last player.
What is
Nivera.
going on?
Oh, that is tough to watch. You got to assume they're walking together, Lauren. Surely.
At that point, you would. In my mind, you would. But again, Dinks now taps the spike. This is so brave.
Seconds left.
He went to try and get the pick, and he almost had it as well. Has to sit that spike plant down. Jamppi trying to close the gap in, but he's only got it up as well. He's just trying to jump with a classic. Dinks gets his out as well. What is going on? Oh, gosh. Oh, my Dinks.
Attackers win.
Worry about. Yeah, I don't know if this was or what's happened, because Link gets punished trying to protect that spike coming across. Scream now has to turn attention to it. There's a little bit of chip damage, but he's got problems coming in from CT. Soulcas then picks up the strain. He'll lean over towards that way. The spike has gone down, but they've taken casualty because of this. Just dips out of the suppress, but it's not really too much to be worried about. It's the numbers that are against them. And Jamppi's gone down. All onto Soulcas, and yeah, it does a bit of damage with NAVI. What a start. And again, credit to SSK for that pickup towards middle. That was hugely, I guess, characterizing of the piece that was coming in. They'd already kind of noted anyway, but dealing with that really deep backline's great in as well. Link, known for this. Closing in. Jady on the other side. And there it is. Link pulls the trigger. Couldn't convert towards Duno, who holds his ground. And this is still viable for Navi.
They actually want to play aggressive with the Rolling Thunder here. Did they spot Dinks? I don't think they did, actually. They did finally, but still good for another with the Guardian.
It's a 2v2. Time's pretty decent. Jamppi has to deal with Cloud, and he does very well at that, making sure he wasn't out of place. And that's got to be dealt with soon enough. Any utility to clear would be ideal, because there's still problems here. Still danger here. Still Duno here. Flashed up, those stunned up. Sees a barrel. There it is. Clean enough on one, but not clean enough to follow up. Res comes in, so Liquid will hold numbers substantially. The last two players, they were already towards that A site. This will probably be a save. Keep the rifles, keep the weaponry, because as you said, protocol-wise, Liquid looking very clean, and Link's on the hunt, and rightly so. He's got 4K in the bank. Why not try and get a little bit in their face? Because you can really punish these teams.
Was that insult to injury? If they find these and Scream creeping. Actually, Dink's ready for it.
This is the method to it. Try and force them away slightly, give them an opportunity to do something with it, because right now, Navi wouldn't have had many ways back in, but this could be the way through. Already another divide going to come out as well. Scream going to peel away, and actually that's not bad. Gets detained, and they can't do much about this. Site about to be swarmed and cleared. SSK brilliant towards one. Soulcas still stands his ground, but for only so long. Diffuse going to come in. They've got to hold the line, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. Jamppi breaking on in. And now they can't do it. They can't get close to it. That worked back in from fantastic. We do see the 3-2 split coming through towards this B side, and it's quite reserved so far. And you can see Duno wants information. He wants to be fact-finding here. He actually spots Jamppi. That's huge information found. And now the site hit comes in. Soulcas still finds Jady, and yeah, he gets cleared up. That mid-hold. They couldn't deal with the pressure coming in through from heaven from that split coming up. He found all the facts just a second too late. Nivera. Oh, bow down in front of him. That was nasty work. Quick as anything, and spike planted, and I don't know where you'd even find a way back in here.
No, there just isn't one. There really isn't.
Oh.
SSK might just flush him. Termite, I hope actually gets donned actually for the KO downed. Just flush him. This as well. And there's one way I actually didn't even note that on the minimap. There's a lot to ask of him. Liquid stack up now ahead. It's actually going to spot one. Scream just peeking ahead. The snakebite again will slow things down, and Scream a little overzealous there with the first peek.
Spike down.
Get punished for it.
Where's the layers to this?
Exactly.
Where's the next step? It's all in. They've got to make this land now. They don't have that pressure coming from heaven, but luckily they have Link, Veil of the Mountain, Soulcas.
Well.
That's how you do it. Apparently, it's all in, and it works well enough. To know an SSK though. Still going to be desperate for a route in, but they've been locked out.
The save, it's got to be. And I don't think actually there's enough to spread the funds. SSK, RV struggling to find a way back in. The wall drop. That's all the way. Kills go.
That's the way you get back in, leaving it all to Soulcas and Jamppi. That's big work from Soulcas.
Way.
What a time! What a time to come alive! Imperative play, leaving Dinks with it all to do. And Jamppi now position noted. All he has to do is bide.
I think will be noted. One of those fully noted on back play is. We'll go 1 for 1. It's the best you can ask for there when he's Scream. What?
Spike down.
Fine, don't do that.
Okay, Jady's works well as well. That's good. He's also got one of those pistols that ain't like mine, so that's fine. And a 2v3, and Jamppi's waiting patiently. Just around this corner on contact. It's lovely. Gorgeous communication between the players. Even Duno very much in a bad position to try and handle. Over limited funds now after this round, potentially. You want to be thinking about your economy, but that's going to give up potentially 11 on the board. Spikes, going for a run.
Will
How much more can you do?
We noted here, Dinks is trying to still keep them
Time.
occupied.
10
It's
seconds
so
left.
close here. 7 seconds. Spike can go down. I don't think there's anything left in the kit to really deny it. And what can Dinks do to get there? Is there anything left that he can actually achieve here? Because he's going to be beaten
Hey.
there by...
If he finds his gold
Liquid.
Scream, though, there's a lockdown available. So that
That's huge.
could flip this round.
Okay, let's see if he can do it. I mean, find
Well,
an
not
easier
now.
target potentially, but no, so unaware of maybe that early progress that could have been made. Desperate to watch that CT cross over for his side, and he doesn't get the shot he wants. Now he's being closed down, and he knows he's in danger. Does get the kill, but it was traded out, and soulcas is there
Beautiful.
again. Just the cherry on top of the cake. This man is going to be once again venturing towards this A site, and actually the rotations are in the kind of right place. Jamppi's going to hear this, know what's happening, but he's a little late to it.
Yeah.
Gets caught unawares. SSK just too quick on the trigger, but they don't expect to scream too many targets and gets overwhelmed. Still one on the site, Nivera going to be noted as well. They've got everything. They've got the full picture now of what's happening. Nivera just gets caught by the paint shell as well. This is lovely from NAVI. The burst and catching a little bit of liquid off guard.
That aftershock looked just way off mark. And then Scream as well, just overwhelmed. Investor rolling thunder here, and Navi played deep enough that should negate most of its effect.
And keep in mind, SSK is the late lurk. He's got very little HP, and Cloud will be the first contact. Goodbye, soulcas. Put it away. Link on the trade out, though, and we're still going to be seeing Navi standing. There's that lurk in play. Duno and SSK. Nice timing on this, and Link. Nothing more to be done. There is life in Navi yet.
Res does come through now. Give them a man advantage in the retake.
Spike planted.
With bits of utility as well to make use of.
They know what's coming now. There we go. Already SSK. Hold the line. Steadfast in approach. Holds it so well, and he is refusing to relent. This man wants to do this for the side. It's still a 2v3, though. soulcas and Link, and soulcas is getting dangerously close towards sight, so I wait to see if he's got anything in mind, but I'm seeing Jady still alive, so I'm not too worried about it. And I don't think there's much they can really be done. There it is, and he has to respect the utility put into play, and time is going to be a factor. As again, Link's doing well to find SSK, but they know that this round will not be converted. Any cost would be good. And yeah, damage achieved, but the spike will not be right. And you can see the worry in
way.
Navi's mind. Jamppi trying to get down back towards this. He's going to find a fight on it, but it's Link to deny. Finds two. Dinks and Duno go down, and more importantly, the spike goes down. And reinforcements are on the way. Screams slowly creeping over this way from an angle they wouldn't expect. So as long as Link's alive, there's problems coming in, and there it is. Scream on the flank comes around. It's all on Jady now in a 1v3. Spike not in hand. And he's got so many potential targets. One left, one right. And his options looking rough around the edges. Scream's going to deny any spots on like Cloud somewhere. You're probably going to put a little bit more credence behind it. You're going to put a little bit more thought to it now. It's Liquid keeping their players ready. Scream just up towards the top of ramp. I don't know if he noted any players there, but he is falling back slightly, and he's still picking up a player. Sprays in for the second, and Jady still stands, but that's, again, just chip damage done. Jady's in danger, and yes, soulcas is going to remove him. This looks like a death by 1,000 cuts this round. Liquid just holding on to this as Dinks and Duno. The D&D combo, the last two to do anything with this one is have to face the music now. soulcas going to put himself out there, tries to get towards the site. Make sure he's in the right place for it as NAVI now begin their exploration mission, but with only 17 seconds, this could be too late in the day. They might have just watched this slip through their fingers. They fought with heart and everything they had, and they're still trying, but it looks like it's all over, and soulcas to close it down.